Negative Nancy is a hilarious choices-based interactive story where you play as Nancy, who works for Megamart, a made-up chain in retail as an after-sales clerk. And every piece of conversation you have, you can either just say no to, or you can choose to say nothing at all, which is often yes by omission. The fun with all of this is that each of the 4 episodes that this game contains, they last anywhere from 15-20 minutes to upwards of 45 minutes, depending on the choices you make and how you choose them. Each of the episodes have a variety of different branching paths to it, so it's very replayable, but they're all stupid sitcom-based situations. So in episode 1, it's around your ridiculous manager who's watched far too many YouTube videos on leadership and TED Talks and wants to throw in all the bad words under the sun whilst being your friend and abusing all of your workers' rights. Fun. We've all been there, haven't we, retail workers? And I spent many years in my late teens into my early 20s working for a now defunct electrical retailer in the UK. Not anymore. Escape that. Episode 2 is also around a YouTuber type streamer who is an influencer but wants to basically prank you to your face about how poor you are, whilst he also demands all the kids send him donations through his streaming platform and like and subscribe. A very good comedic send-up of the influencer world. Episode 3 is around a send-up of Karenisms. So Karen literally comes into your store and wants to return a laptop she's used as a sandwich press. But she doesn't even have a proper receipt for it. So it's just an argument and an extension of, I want to speak to your manager. And she gets so angry that she decides to run for president so that she can then become the manager of everything, so that you have to give her the refund. It's that kind of high-level stupidity and ridiculousness that Negative Nancy runs off of, and it does it very, very well. The graphics, whilst very, very basic and repeat themselves constantly from episode to episode, don't really sell the vision well. But the voice acting kind of does, because Nancy is voice acted for loads of different varieties of no, all of that kind of stuff. And it's at random depending on what you get. But also when the other characters talk to you, they have like this weird chewed out that just gives off a kind of quirky weirdness to everything that goes along. But the real selling point really for Negative Nancy, apart from like the comedic way of how things work, is just how branching the stories are. Each one has anywhere from about 9 to 15 or 16 different endings that you can pick up. And in doing so, you collect a memento, and you can kind of go into the menu and see those mementos. And it's effectively like you're collecting your story endpoints as you go. So with my playthrough, particularly when I was getting to the Karen episode, there was one where I decided to go for presidency. There's one where I denied going for presidency. There's one where I got locked up in like Guantanamo Bay until I would give her the refund, and I refused. They just left me there. There's loads of different scenarios. And in another episode, like you have the option to go on a chase to go and like get revenge on the influencer who pranks you multiple times. So yeah, choosing on where you stop and where you interject and when you say no and when you don't. Hugely branching stories, all of them good fun, and I really liked the ridiculousness of the humour that's involved. I would have liked to have seen a few more stories. This kind of Negative Nancy thing, I think this is superb for like a season 1, but I wanted more stories because it was so engaging and engrossing. So when the only kind of negative you have about the game, especially as it's called Negative Nancy, is that you wanted more of it, but you were still happy with the size of the game that you got, I can only see that being a good thing. Yeah. This is probably one of the better ways of exploring or diving into a visual novel experience where choices matter, because it's short, succinct and comedic. So if you're a bit unsure on visual novels but would quite like to dive into something where it's short, sharp and funny, and choices appear literally every 15 to 20 seconds, off and away you go. Negative Nancy's your gal. Written review will be over on highplayinggames.com. Hope this is informative. If it was, please do give us a like and drop down a comment below. Cheers. Bye. Higher Plane Games is part of the Higher Plane Network, a completely independent media outlet supported by people like you. The goal is to create the best possible content that cultivates a richer indie scene for games as well as music and entertainment. To find out more and to get involved, visit patreon.com/Higher Plane Network. Your support makes all the difference, and in return you'll gain access to bonus content and downloads. Thank you for watching.